Hey, buddy, how's it going? Good
It's
morning.
going.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great, my friend. Can you still hear that music playing in the
I
background?
do. I do.
All right,
But
there you go, Charles. That's that's twice now, buddy. You've had a good idea for the show. Charles hit me up last week. He's like,
don't. Yeah.
"How?"
Don't stroke his ego too much, sir.
Yeah, he was like, "Dude." He's like, "You got to have that music kind of like fade out on us,
Yeah.
man. You
No,
can't
that's a good
just."
idea. That's a good idea.
He's like, "You can't just have it abruptly cut out." And I was like, "Dude, I can't control that. I can't. I don't make a decision on that. Like." It
Right.
just does it. It just cuts on out. And he was like, "We'll see what you can do." And I was like, "I'll see what I can do." Let's say hello to the stream. Who's in the house already? Because it's early. It's early. We
Blake
got
was the
Andy the
first, I
collector.
think.
Hey everyone. Hey everyone. Hey Andy. We're gonna try to catch up today so I can help you with your tech and make sure everything's working for the show
Mhm.
tomorrow. We got Mike Caspar in the house. Good morning, gents. How you
Morning,
doing,
Mike.
buddy?
Morning, sir.
And that's it. That's it. Hey, there's nobody else in the chat today, but
Are
that's
you
okay.
sure?
That's it. That's all I see, man. And that's okay.
There's
It's
some
early.
in
You
the
know what?
There's some in the on the YouTube thing.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll
That's
see.
weird that it didn't show. Yeah, Blake was here first.
Uh oh. Hey,
Brian
Blake.
Carr. Can you refresh it, maybe?
Man,
Brian
why
Carr
aren't.
says happy Saturday. J Max says good morning.
Man, why are the comments not coming in?
Yeah, that's weird.
Oh, it threw me off. It said we weren't on till 3. There's Blake. Recon Rage. Hey, Blake. Let's
Yeah,
take a minute, buddy.
Blake was
Let's
waiting
take
at
a
the
minute.
beginning. He's been here.
Let's talk, Blake. Hey, buddy. I screwed up. I screwed up your Meet the Collector. So, how come the YouTube channel doesn't connect? Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Is it on there? Let me see. No, it's not. It hasn't started.
Wow. Well, we're
Are we
live.
live?
Yeah, we're
Yes,
live,
yes, we're
people.
live.
Yeah. Man, that's really weird. So, where are you guys going to
Yeah,
find
'cause
the chat?
the show is not on.
Hmm. There's
I don't
now they're
think.
starting to come in. J Max here. Well, where are these comments coming from then?
Good point. I don't know. I don't
Hmm.
know. It says waiting for Saturday morning. You want to start it again, maybe?
Hmm.
Ask them if they can they are they seeing the show?
Let me go to YouTube real quick. See what's going on. Make sure there's no disconnect here. View your channel.
Can you guys see us?
It says we're live on
Hmm.
the YouTube. It says we're live on YouTube.
Okay.
Blake said I had to go out and reconnect. There's Curtis. Hello, Curtis.
Think you started a whole
Uh,
new live stream.
it's very possible. You know what? I'm going to fix that later. Blake, let's talk for a minute, buddy. Yeah, Curtis says we're
Okay.
seeing the show.
Good
All
deal.
right, good. We're there.
I was
Maybe it just took
worried.
a minute. All right, Blake, here's what happened, buddy. I accidentally uploaded the wrong file to YouTube, and it had 53 views, and I apologize. I accidentally uploaded the raw file that had not been edited. Thankfully, Blake didn't say any outrageous stuff. All the racist stuff he said, I just cut right out. And
That
no, Blake is a wonderful, wonderful human being.
was a
And
awesome. I saw the uncut and I saw the uncut
yeah,
and it
the
was a
director's
great
cut. That's what we're going to
yes,
call
the
it. You saw the
director's
director's
cut.
cut.
Yeah, and it was wonderful. I really enjoyed
It
it.
was a really
Got to
good
know,
time.
got
But
to know Blake.
unfortunately, I did go and delete it. I took it off of YouTube. I've pulled it down. I have the full edited version, and I'm going to upload it as soon as we're done here today. So it's going to go back up. So that is why you didn't see any of the promo. I had to pull it down. So I didn't post it on Instagram or the community post on YouTube. So I apologize. It's my bad. For those of you who've seen the director's cut, it's actually 4.5 hours longer. It's got a lot more Wonder Woman and Batman in it
Fantastic.
than Henry Cavill's mustache is not CG
No, it's
out.
it's dark and gritty though. It's very good.
Weird was the shenanigans with Hasbro and Crystal. Very possible. It's very possible. Let's see here. Brian Carr says, "Good morning, good morning," and then Blake says, "Yeah, I was wondering what was going on." Yeah, I screwed up, buddy. That's what happens when I try to do stuff too quickly.
It
I screw up
happens.
sometimes. All right, so Charles is not even in the chat today to hear how the music like continued on. So good on you, Charles. No, I'm just kidding. I love Charles. He's so fun and so
He's an
funny.
original for sure.
He is he is like you know the funny thing about Charles is like he's funny when he tries to be funny, but he's funnier when he's unintentionally funny.
Yes, 100%. I totally agree.
He's funnier when he's not trying. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Speaking of Charles, let's hear his dulcet tones right here.
Let's do it.
And after these messages.
After these messages, we'll be right.
God, I love
Perfect.
that. It cracks me up every time I hear it.
Perfect.
It is the Snyder cut. Absolutely. That's it's
The Thomas
it is
cut.
it's the Thomas cut. One day. One day. All right. Thanks again to our good buddy Heinrich Hoffman, HH, who tossed a couple of these my way, and then one was my own choosing. So let's get into to some commercials.
Duke is back! We'll stop Cobra with Tiger Force, the roughest, toughest Joe Force ever! Get those captured Cobra vehicles repainted and re-armed. They're part of Tiger Force now! Tiger Force, showing the colors, yellow and black! Hungry to fight and ready to attack! Nobody makes G.I. Joe!
Tiger Shark is ready, so's the Tiger Cat. Tiger Force, attack!
Nobody makes G.I. Joe! Tiger Force! Tiger Force, vehicles and figures sold separately.
All right, so this is pretty cool because this brings up something that I guess I didn't know, and maybe it was like this in the later episodes of the show. And I'm a huge Joe fan, but I'm going to be honest, I didn't know this. So Tiger Force, the vehicles started out as they were captured Cobra vehicles that G.I. Joe repainted and put back out in the field. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
I didn't know that because a couple of them are Joe vehicles. They showed like the Dragonfly and they showed the Snowcat.
Right.
But I guess I didn't realize that they were mostly captured Cobra vehicles. That G.I. Joe was like, nope, we're going to repaint them and put them back out there. That's pretty funny. I didn't know that. It's
Right.
kind of funny how that commercial probably came out like 30 years ago, and then like here I am 30 years later, still
Mm-hmm.
35 years later, still rocking the buying Tiger Force vehicles, 100%. Let's see here. Let's check back in with the chat. Is anybody having trouble ordering from Hasbro Pulse? I haven't tried.
It's working
I
for
did
me.
pop over to Pulse one day this week just to see if they had the Spider-Man exclusives that hit Walmart Collectors Con because I hate dealing with Walmart.
I know. I was dreading that, but it worked out. The Spider-Man's
But the weird
Spider-Man's
thing is that they did have some of the Joe, like they did get Crystal Ball, but they didn't get any of the Spider-Man. Like
Yeah, that's weird.
Spirit Spider, who went up yesterday, and the 77 Spider-Man, who went up the day before. They never hit Hasbro Pulse for whatever reason. Hasbro was like, no, we're not going to carry those. That's strictly Walmart, which that really sucks. But at least Crystal Ball went up on Hasbro Pulse, and I
They might-
still to this day I don't know why they did Crystal Ball as a Walmart exclusive. I mean,
They
it
might
should have
show
been.
up at some point, the 77 exclusives, because I think some of the exclusives for Walmart eventually showed up for Hasbro Pulse.
Yeah,
I think
I don't
Big
know.
Ben.
It was really weird. It was really weird. Really weird. I wish they had. Yeah, I mean, if it's going to go to Walmart, it needs to be a repaint of something that we already have. It needs to be a Tiger Force or whatever. I don't care what it is. But it doesn't need to be a figure that everybody is waiting on. Because I've said this before, I have 5 Walmarts in my area, and 4 of them have not carried Joe's in like 2 to 3
Right.
years,
Yeah, me neither.
and only one of them has the classified retro card backs, and they have like a few, and they still have Lady J and
Lady J.
what's the other guy? Gung Ho, who I think were the very first retro carded
Right.
wave.
But you can buy them online, I think, which is weird. Just not in the store.
Yeah, so I don't know. That kind of burned me, even though I got one. I'm angry for other fans. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, and there's still no guarantee that I'll get it because it's cancel con. Like, Walmart will just cancel your pre-order.
When's the Spider-Man? Is it it's
It
June,
says
isn't it?
June.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I know a lot of people are freaking out about it not having butterfly joints. And rightly so. I get it. I hear you. But the Japanese Spider-Man did not have butterfly joints.
It's a fun figure either way.
It's based on that. And that comes down to back in the 70s, humans couldn't do this.
Right.
We didn't.
I'm fat. I still can't. I can't do it. I can't do it now either way.
We didn't have that articulation point as humans.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
It's just,
But I'm a simple poser. I'm not de-amazing. I don't need it to go into crazy, insane poses.
yeah.
I just do a basic pose and put it on the shelf.
Let's see here. What did Brian Carr say? Should have been entitled Operation Hasbro.
I love that. That cracked me up when I read that. Very true. Python Patrol too, right?
Python Patrol, right? Yeah. I mean, I know that those are Target versions, but let's see. I cannot order from them Schmerber.
That's weird.
So let me ask you this. I can't think of any reason, like if you're trying right now while the show is going on, I can't think of any reason. There's no pre-orders that are up right now only for Pulse members. So are you not a Pulse member? Or are you just like, so I don't know. I don't know. I think this is going to be the year that I let my Pulse membership lapse and I don't re-up it. It's going to depend, however, on whatever the HasLab is coming up, because that's the only thing I could think of that would sway me.
Yeah. I mean, $50 a year is it's not too bad. If they raise the price, then maybe, but 50, I don't mind paying that. I don't order a lot like you, I don't order a lot from them anymore. Some classified and legends every once in a while.
Yeah.
Like you said, the HasLab, you would probably save, I don't know, $50, $60.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never tried to. Are HasLabs locked to premium members? Do you have to be a premium member?
No,
to
you
buy
can.
the HasLab?
No, you can buy them, but you're just paying shipping for it.
Okay, all right. Blake says I'm going to send you a figure pic through IG. Please do. I love to see those. Rob is checking in this morning with some emojis.
He's in bed. That's his code.
We need a figure with butterfly joints. Blake says he sent me a pic. It's something made by Medi Toys. So he's probably talking about that tiger that went up for pre-order.
That's fire. Didn't you send that? You send that to me, or you send that to the group? That's
somebody sent that around. I think I was going to send that to everybody, but somebody else beat me to it, so I didn't send it. But yeah, that thing looks incredible.
Right.
That's fire. 100%. Let's get back to some more commercials here before we get too far down the app. Brian Carr brings up a good, but yeah, the new Club Grayskull is only $10. Not sure what we get with it yet, but maybe that will cause Hasbro to lower the Pulse price soon. Yeah, all I know right now is you get exclusive figures. Like right now, you can order Hero from Origins. That's an exclusive figure only through Club Grayskull, and then I think it's like Hasbro Pulse, like when a new pre-order goes up, you'll probably get to order it an hour before everybody else. That typically seems to be. And then I think it also said that you get to vote on upcoming projects, so your voice is kind of like heard in these things. So, and we do know that Mattel, for the most part, does listen to fans when it comes to at least Masters of the Universe, because they lowered the price of like that one offering based on like feedback. So yeah, I don't know. All right, got another commercial coming up. This was a long one. I don't remember many 1 minute long commercials back in the 80s, but apparently there were.
The greatest battle in the history of the universe is about to begin. The Rulons!
They're about to attack!
Quickly, we'll have to trap them in the canyon.
The Demetrodons are harmless. Leave them be.
The clever dino.
Did you hear that voice right there? It sounded like the same voice actor who did
Inspector Gadget.
Inspector Gadget, yeah. Claw, Dr. Claw.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounded like the
Dino Riders seal off the escape route.
It's up to you, Commandos. Now!
Leaping into the path of the thundering giants, the Commandos close off the front of the pass.
Blast them to bits, Ant-Man.
Put this in your Easter basket, Crulos.
Don't forget to ride home, Rulons!
The Dino Riders put on the finishing touches. But Krulos escapes on Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Look out! Sky!
The Stegosaurus.
Take this, lizard lips.
I'll be back, Questar.
The battle is over, but the action's just beginning with the complete Dino Riders collection.
Dino Riders.
Zack Snyder cut this commercial. It is
Yeah,
so
heck
long.
yeah.
It's an hour-long commercial. So I want to ask the chat, did anybody have Dino Riders as a kid? I didn't. What about you?
I didn't either. They look like a blast, though. They look like they
Dude,
would
this toy line had
print
everything,
money.
right? It was 3 3/4 inch. You've got posable humans. You've got dinosaurs with rockets and missiles, right? That looked like there was like motorized action, like the dinosaurs like actually walk. I mean, holy crap, this line had everything.
Yeah, seemed like a home run.
Let's see here. Yeah, Blake says Dino Riders were awesome.
Yeah,
I
I
love
don't think I
Riders.
knew anyone that had them either, but they seem very cool.
I
never had
don't
any.
remember. None of my friends had them growing up. I don't think I've ever laid hands on one. Even like the little figures. I never had any of those. But
No.
Andy says he had a few. Ooh, Cyberzoic is like a refreshing of Dino Riders. Okay, so let's talk about this real quick. So I posted in our little private chat the Zabu that I built and from Marvel Legends because I wanted to like piece it together and like put it in with my mythics, with my AWOC, to put it in with my Savage Crucible. It looked really good. And then Heinrich and I started like sharing stuff back and forth. He was like, dude, you really need to get one of these Cyberzoic like Smilodons. I think we've shared these pictures before. It's like a saber-toothed tiger.
Right.
It's 1/6 scale. I mean, 1/12 scale. And so he sent me pics of like the new one that's up for pre-order right now on Big Bad Toy Store. It's kind of like a brownish, orangish color, like a mountain lion color. And of course, I go and I look at a couple of reviews. That company does a really good job of reviewing their own figures, like when they have a figure come out. So if you just go and look up Cyberzoic on YouTube, like there's a really fun dude who works there, and like he's in the studio. You can see all the figures they've put out. I've seen them at cons before or toy shows, but I just walk right on past the table. It's just dinosaurs. I don't buy just dinosaurs for the sake. And these are like very realistic. Like, so a lot of them like have the bird-like qualities, the feathers, because they're doing scientific research they're using scientific research on to make the most realistic dinosaur figures out there. And I saw the dude's review, and then I watched it, and he had another review for one that was black, that's all black. It's the same figure. And so I was like, ooh, I want that black one, but it's not available on Big Bad Toy Store. Heinrich said, dude, I got you. I got an extra one. It's unopened. I'll trade you straight up for a legendary barbarian from Toylanta. And I'm like, you got it. And that's a hell of a deal because those barbarians are 50 and that figure's 65. So he's doing me a solid there. And so I'm just now looking into these. And so they have two lines. So they have the Cenozoic, which is their very realistic, like straight up dinosaur line. I think I'm getting that right. Cenozoic. And then they have Cyberzoic. So it's like that new Smilodon. They're putting out armor packs for these characters.
I've seen those.
And they're putting out a new, I think her name is Dragalia or something like that. And it's
Something
a
like
woman.
That, yeah. I almost pre-ordered her. I thought about it.
6-inch scale. She's going to be riding on. So that's dope. Like I was like, I didn't realize they were doing this. I had no idea they were doing this. This was really cool. So let's hop back to the chat real quick. Let's see. The figures were about mask size. Yep, I got you. Yep, they're so expensive.
I didn't realize that. I thought they were bigger. I didn't know that they were that small.
Yeah. And they were at Legion's Con. Very cool guys. Beasts of the Mesozoic. Okay.
They seem like really distinguished toys, like you would buy them at a museum or something.
Yeah, I've seen them at Joe Fest. I've seen them at Toylanta. I've seen them a lot. I'm like, well, I'm not into like buying just strictly dinosaurs, so I just walk right on by. But they have awesome, like really cool display stands to where like you can like make the dinosaurs or the tigers and stuff like leap in the air.
Okay.
They're really cool display stands. So I think I'm going to be looking out for them at Toylanta. I hope they're there. I haven't looked to see if they are. Maybe somebody in the chat can do that for me. But yeah, I definitely want to pick them up. All right, we've got one more commercial. We're going to get out of here.
To be a winner, be strong, be ready to fight. To be a winner, be fast Today's greatest sports heroes make it to starting lineup. Collect basketball's Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, and Magic Johnson.
To be a winner.
Detailed uniforms, every home team, and they're official. Collect starting lineup, each sold separately.
To be a winner.
All right, you had to have some starting lineup when you were a kid, right?
I didn't. I thought they were cool. I did love basketball. I still do. But no, I never. What?
This is Hasbro's new starting lineup that are clogging Ollie's and Ross right now.
Right. I think I have a
Jason
Steph
Tatum, my
Curry.
favorite player in the NBA.
Go Celtics.
Yeah, man, go Celtics. They're going to be great to be able to watch Monday. I mean, look at this.
Yeah.
They don't have tattoos because they couldn't get the rights from all. That'd be like a rights nightmare from all the different artists. But I mean, they've got they're just as articulated as like a G.I. Joe classified or a Mythic Legion. I mean, they've always got like check out, they got the shoes, a license. They're all licensed gear. They've got the NBA logo on the back. I mean, pretty good license likeness, face print technology. This is like soft, like rubber. The shirt is like a separate piece so that they could.
They're nice figures.
They are super nice. Licensed by, they've got both the NBA and the Nike logo right there. Spalding or whoever is on the basketball. Wilson, I'm sorry, not Spalding. Wilson. So they were just stupid expensive, dude, when they came out. These were $49.99 when they came out like 3 years ago.
That's tough, man. I don't know if it's because of all the, the licensing and stuff. I know
they first came out with an NFT that nobody asked for. Like nobody wants that crap. Like what? I don't even know what it is. It's like a digital JPEG or something. I don't know, whatever. And then after a couple months, they stripped the NFT out and they sold them for $39.99. Still overpriced, by the way. Yeah, it's just, they're way too stupid expensive. They had announced Wave 2 was going to be all football, NFL related. That never happened. We're still waiting. I don't guess it ever is going to happen. But just recently, and I would say probably in the last couple of weeks, the prototypes for their MLB, so I guess Wave 3 would have been baseball, those figures have gone up on eBay. And those pics have been shared around, and they looked cool too. I mean, yeah, they were just too expensive, but I wish they'd bring them back because I think they would do very well.
Right. Yeah. Hasbro, their face technology has really improved.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to say that they didn't get his hair right. It probably did look like this 3 years ago, but I mean, that face, I mean, they even have his scars. So there's a mole on one side and a little scar under his eye on the other, like he actually has. I mean, I would say it's 75, 80%
right.
Jason Tatum. I mean, I have them all, but I only bought Jason at regular price at $39 once they went down. I got all the rest from a buddy who he scours Ollie's and Ross all the time and the basketball goal. So I have them all, and I'm going to hang on to them because they're cool and they are a failed experiment. But man, yeah. MJ23. I mean, that was the thing, is like they could have gone and done some legends.
I would buy Michael Jordan for sure.
They could have easily redone the outfit for a home and away or throwback. Like they could have released Jason. They could have released like a championship version when they won the championship last year with like a little trophy. Like there's so much that they could have done, but I don't know what happened other than the price point. It's like strip out the baseball card or the basketball card that came with them. Strip out, a ton of accessories, make them cheaper. This could have just printed money for them. I don't know what internally happened for them to drop the ball on this. Brian said he had lots of starting lineups. William Golden, thanks for joining. Yeah, Brian Carr is absolutely right. And $50 price point killed it. Yeah, I think there is a lot of. I knew Brian was going to come in. He's like, we need some Eagles figures. Like, I think there's some overlap with sports ball and action figure junkies that we would have. I'll tell you a funny story about a starting lineup. So growing up, my best friend Derek, same age as me, he had an older brother named Richie. And Richie was like 3 years older than us. So Richie was always too cool to like hang out with us and play action figures, or we loved playing Mask and G.I. Joe. and he was always too cool. Like he would make fun of us. He would be like, "Hey, like you guys are like little babies, like playing with like toys and stuff." He'd always pick on us and always make fun of us. And one day he was gone. I don't know, maybe they're like summer camp or something. And Derek and I broke into his room, and he still had an old bunk bed in his room. He slept on the bottom bunk, and Derek had long since moved out of that room and had his own room. And we were going through his stuff. I think we might have been looking for porno mags. Honestly, I think we probably were. And we got up on his top bunk, and he had a blanket that was like, he loved football, so he had a blanket, a little throw blanket that was like a football field that had like the lines, 10, 20, had all the yard lines on it. And he had so many starting lineup football players like set up in formations, like actual routes and stuff. He had them all set up, and like we were like, this mofo is like sitting in his room setting up formations the way we set up GI Joes in the backyard. I'm like, this mofo. Are you kidding me?
Exactly.
Yeah, dude, I don't have this. Mayfex Michael Jordan.
I know. I wouldn't mind picking that up. I thought about it. I just kind of.
Have they also done like Kobe and LeBron, or is
I don't know.
Only one Mayfex has done.
I feel like Mayfex has done a few basketball players, but
they're
I'm
just so
not
expensive.
sure.
I mean, we're talking about like this guy's
Mayfex.
$50 and won't sell, but that guy probably their Michael Jordan was probably 100.
Yeah.
Oh man, let's get after it. What we got coming up next? Let's do our pickups. I don't have a lot, dude.
I don't either.
I got
I've been recovering
bare
from
bones.
Zolocon, so
yeah, after Zolocon and the money I spent sending to you guys and for all my pickups, and then all the money that I'm trying to save for Toylanta coming up in a couple weeks, I just it's slim pickings. You got 3, I got 2. So why don't you show us?
Okay. I got this. My stepson surprised me with this the other day. He sent me this. He knows I love Superman. I've got this classic 1940s Superman with a cloth cape. I'm happy about that. So
heck yeah.
Yeah.
Very dope. Very dope. Mine are going to be old because of Zabu. So I got in a couple. I have Icarus, who is, the leader of the Eternals.
Nice. I love the
don't
Jack
know anything
Kirby.
about the Eternals. Yeah, I love that
classic Jack Kirby style.
The New God style going on there.
I thought about
figure.
Yeah,
I like the head. The head looks really like kind of looks like Kazar. I tried popping this on Kazar just to see what it looks like, but it sits too close to the neck, so it looks real he looks like this when you put it on him. But I got him for the
nice.
big Build-A-Figure part.
Nice.
Don't know anything about Eternals from
I don't.
Comics,
yeah, just
I like
the movie.
The movie was great. I love it.
I enjoyed it. This is going to tie into our big subject, our double down. But I got this yesterday. Roja.
Oh.
The new executive replicas.
Is she just a repaint of the?
Basically, yeah. She's got bare arms instead of the original La Muerta. She's got the black, but this one's
same body, just basic repaint.
It's basically a repaint, which is fine because this was one of my figures of the year last year. I don't remember what number she was, but yeah.
Whatever number she was, she came in just behind the leg.
The leg.
Tigra's leg.
The leg.
She came in just behind.
I'm gonna get a necklace. So Colin's got the necklace of troll toes that Curtis sent to him. I'm gonna get a necklace of just the Tigra leg. I'm gonna make it happen.
Hang on, real quick. I'm gonna add this in. I gotta add this image in real quick because I keep this on my hard drive just so that. Can we see this? Look at this right here. Greg's number one figure of the year.
Conan's got a leg up on Tigra now.
Look at that. Trevor with dropping that. Speaking of Trevor, he's not in the chat today, so everybody smash that like button and it'll send the Trevor signal.
Yes.
But look at that, man.
Trevor signal.
I keep this on my hard drive and I laugh about it all the time. I laugh in your misery. That's what
That's
I
all right.
enjoy.
Yeah, Curtis does too. He thinks it's hilarious. It was heart-wrenching. It was heart-wrenching that happened. But I should have known better. You know, being a veteran toy collector, you can't force that. You can't force that.
That head would be
those
good on
joints.
Thor. Yeah.
That would be a good one on Thor for sure.
I need to get my hands on one of these figures because I've never touched one, never played with it, and I'm assuming that once I do,
yeah,
probably
they're all good. I'm gonna open this one today.
Is that your open today?
Yeah, and I want to compare her to the new Frazetta.
So they made a Vampirella, same company?
No. This one is Executive Replicas, and then there's the Frazetta girls, the icons.
No, that's what I'm asking. Did the Executive the same company made that Vampirella?
Yes.
Ooh, okay. Now I'm interested.
Also.
Oh, did that just come out?
No. It's just they've been in boxes.
Oh, okay.
I'm rearranging my room now.
Who is the one that's got the 6-inch Red Sonja that's still on pre-order? Is that
That's Hacks, Vitruvian Hacks, I think. I could be wrong.
Right. I don't have any of
They have their own version that's coming out. There's a black and gray.
So they do 3 3/4 Hacks. They do 3 3/4 and 6-inch now.
I believe they're starting to do 6-inch now. Yeah, because there's like an astronaut girl. There's a Roman female. Make a leg lamp, right? So yeah, I think they're delving into the 6-inch.
Brian, I don't know if you saw that happen on screen, but it was cold in Michigan. It was cold.
Yeah, I was talking about how well she moves, and her leg just snapped.
He did it on camera, dude.
Frazetta, they sent me a whole new Tigra, so I cannot complain about that. I'll have to look for the leg. I can't find it. Curtis thought that was the funniest damn thing.
Yeah, because it happened live on screen. We saw it happen, and you could just see the joy just drain out.
Oh man, because usually I don't force my stuff. I'm usually pretty ginger with my figures.
Yeah,
but,
he typically
I was trying to
show first. Sweet talks them.
Yes, absolutely.
Vaz Zone, hey, nice to see you in the chat today, buddy. We have connected recently on Instagram because he has some really good photography. I think I shared one of his pictures last week. Or do I have one to show? I think my choice this week on the tribe is one of your picks, buddy. So yeah, Curtis says, yep, highlight of the show. It was. Next pickup. We're sticking with Zabu. These were the last 2 pieces I needed. So Red Widow from Marvel Legends. Nice. Again, I don't know anything about Red Widow. The silent, mysterious Red Widow is an assassin trained in the Red Room to serve the superpower Winter Guard. Okay, so she is from the Black Widow. Okay, all right. I don't know. I was just like, well, I need the piece. And you know what? I've talked about it before, but these people selling these pieces of Zabu on eBay have no sense whatsoever because they're like, oh, you need the leg that came with Red Widow? That's going to cost you $30. And I'm like, no, it's not because this is $25. No, it ain't.
Right.
You know? Oh, you want the head? The head, that's $45. No, it's not.
I saw on, was it Mercari? No, maybe it was somebody in the Cabal. They were selling Zabu parts. There was a body and 3 legs, and he was asking $80. I was like, God dang, that's a lot.
Oh yeah. Oh, you want to see something stupid? Just go to eBay and search for completed Zabu. They'll have it for like $280, and I'm like, get out of here? Are you kidding me? Like, crazy. You know how much you can buy the entire wave for right now? Like everywhere, it's still in stock. The entire wave. Crazy. Like, get out of here.
So
that's my last pickup.
Okay, so my last one. I've wanted this for years. I don't think I ever saw it in person, and I tried to grab it whenever I could, but just never. And then it was one of those things. What do you mean by these people? This was one of those things where it, like, if you didn't buy it right away, the price just bumped like crazy. So my friend had it. He knew I wanted it for years. We were talking about a trade, never got around to it. Anyways, he just sent it to me, and so I owe him. Thank you, Fernando. But it's the Icons.
Ooh, yeah.
Batgirl with purple motorcycle.
Yeah, that's old. I remember when that came out. That's got to be at least 5, 6, 7 years.
Yeah, I always wanted it. I love this version of Batgirl. Mm-hmm. I thought it was cool, and the purple motorcycle. Come on now, but Yeah, I always wanted it. So thank you, Fernando, for
I was on the
making my dreams
same
happen.
circuit as her, the lady who wrote, created, like, and redesigned her suit that year when that came out. I was on the same con circuit as her. I can't remember her name. She's super famous.
Oh, yes, I remember because I love that run that she did. I thought it
Yeah.
was original and fresh
And I
and
love
different.
that suit. The update on the suit was fantastic. I thought it was great. And man, it was so cool, like seeing all the fans, like men, women, little boys, little girls would just flock to her table
Yes,
for signatures and signings and sketches and stuff. Like, yeah. I can't believe I'm blanking on her name right now. Somebody in the comments, Andy.
I know. Come on, in. I
Call the
cannot think
Andy
of her name.
hotline. What do
Yeah,
you know about
I
these
love
people? I'm
that.
still
I
laughing
love
about
that
that.
run, and I think that the Batgirl movie, right? It kind of her suit
Her
kind of
suit
borrowed
looked
from that.
very familiar to that. It looked very
Yeah,
similar to that, and I really do wish that I hope we see that someday. I would love to watch that movie. I've seen way worse movies, so um,
right.
so that means I built Zabu, and I have him here in hand. And no, this is not exactly how Zabu comes out of the package. I have done, I would say, a fair amount of paint work on him. So the first thing I did is I give him like a super dark brown wash to get down in those recesses. I did that 2 or 3 times, and then I give him an overall orange coat across his body. Of course, redid the teeth to make them look a little more realistic and not as stark white. Didn't really mess with the eyes at all. Then I give him a couple of passes of dry brushing to bring out the. And there is a lot of sculpt that's. I mean,
No.
the sculpt is fantastic on this, honestly. And then I was like, why did they give him such a nubby little tail? I thought that was kind of odd, and I thought I would customize this and like use a tail from Mythic Legions because they're much longer and fuller. But then I was looking at some of the stuff that Heinrich was sending me from the Cyberzoic stuff, and their cats had nubby tails, so I guess that's normal. I don't know, but
Hmm.
yeah, now I have Zabu, and you guys can expect to see
That
him lurking
wash,
around in the
yeah,
backgrounds of some of my photos. So,
that wash
all
you did was
right.
really good.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. All right. Thank you, Vaz. I appreciate it. 23 watching and 7 likes. Hit the likes button. Yeah, do that so we can get
Cameron Stewart.
do what?
Cameron Stewart.
Was that the writer
Cameron
or the
Stewart
artist?
is the writer.
Gail
Bab,
Simone.
was it Gail? I thought it was Babs. Let me
Babs
see.
Tarr was doing the artwork, right? Like, didn't she do some of
Yes.
the covers? I have a
Yeah.
picture of me with Babs.
Yeah.
She actually walked up to my table and she went, "Oh wow, like your artwork's really cool." And I was like, "Oh shit, I didn't capture that. Can I get a picture of you doing that again?" And so she posed and did it again, but like super exaggerated. She's like, "I'll have to try to find that picture and share it next week on the show."
Yeah.
Heinrich is here. Hey buddy, how's it
Hey,
going?
Heinrich.
I wish Lockjaw had that level of articulation. Yeah, yeah, me too. Because I love English bulldogs. We've had a few. We've raised a few. Have one now, and yeah, I'd love that figure. But you're right. It's not very
I like
articulated.
the Mezco version.
Ooh, yeah,
I
that's
would,
right.
but
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Good morning,
car
Brendan.
payment. What's up,
Yeah,
Brendan?
right. All right. So let's get here. So we've gone through our pickups. So we got to do some openings, buddy.
Let's do it.
So let's get to some unboxings. All right. What are you unboxing today, buddy?
I am unboxing Valaverse, the breast cancer awareness figure.
Oh, nice. Very cool. Now, is that a female body? I can't see.
Yes, female body.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
I've
That
had
makes
it
sense
since
that would
Legion's
be.
Con, and I just haven't picked it up, or I haven't opened it. So, opening today.
I, too, am going to be opening a Valaverse. This is the Action Force. This is the Series 5, number 12 in the line. This is the Ghost Operator. I think people are referring to as this was the secret drop. So because I think it was the weekend of ZoloCon. So the weekend of ZoloCon, He's at the table. He's, Valaverse is at Zolocon. They have a table set up. They're selling stuff. But online that Saturday, they did a secret drop, like out of nowhere. They dropped, I think, 3 new figures. And they're all basically like this, just kind of like repaints. There was like a red one. I don't know.
Yeah, I should have opened the red one. I have the red one, but I think it's downstairs. I
And
should have
they
opened that one
also
and we could
that
have
same
compared it.
day did a Valaverse a weapons pack Juliet. And this thing has, if you can see here, it's got like a heavy machine gun. It's got a really nice machine gun here. A couple of really nice pistols, and then a couple of old style
Yeah.
rifles, and then a sawed-off rifle, and then some blast effects.
I
There's
like
some
that
really nice stuff in here.
357.
And I happen to have this heads pack, and since this guy is fully clothed from the neck down, I literally can use any one of these heads I want on this guy to make somebody completely new. So let's get after it. Let's open some Valaverse.
My boy Matt is in the chat. Hey Matt, good morning.
Yeah, he just jumped in there.
I'm bummed out he's not going to make it to MuskyCon this year. I was hoping he would be there.
Now, full transparency here. I have already opened this guy up.
Of course you
messed around
have.
with him a little bit, and I'm glad I did because I found out a couple of things.
Uh-oh.
No. It's all.
Yeah, Heinrich had issues with his.
All right. So number one, this guy is a lot of fun. If you just need like a standard like terrorist style bad guy or good guy to just stand around in your for your toy photography or on your shelf, this guy will fit the bill. If I had to say anything, like he looks like Firefly.
Yes,
from
I
G.I.
thought that
Joe.
too when I saw him at Zolocon. I bought the red one, and I didn't know you were opening that figure. I would have opened the red one today.
That's okay. I was going to open my Zolocon exclusive, but I need to do a review on him, and I haven't cracked him open. Oh my gosh, Blake, super chat $5. Thank you, Mark and Greg. I truly look forward to Saturday mornings like I did when I was a kid, waiting on my
Thank
favorite
you,
cartoons.
Blake.
Come on, thank you. That's what we're trying to. From the get-go, when Greg and I sat down and talked about doing the show, I was like, wouldn't it be cool if we did a show that was like, do you remember like on Saturday mornings, you'd grab some of your favorite figures, shove them in your pockets, and you'd run over to your buddy's house, and you guys would just play and watch cartoons? That's what I want our show to be. If we can somehow pull that off, that's what I want it to be.
Yeah, it's fun.
Let's see.
Good times with friends.
Love to see the unboxings. Thank you, Vaz. Matt says, I'm wearing that same shirt today, Smurb. I have on my Smurb shirt.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, dude.
We'll have a few at MuskyCon to sell.
Look at the weapon that my guy comes with.
Oh,
So
yeah.
nice.
This one's
Beautiful.
kind
You
of...
can see how reflective it is. Like, this is a sturdy weapon,
It's
dude.
firm.
Like,
It's firm.
That's
Does
not
the
bending
clip come
right now.
off? The clip comes off of mine.
Oh, yeah. The mags drop out. Yep, for
Mag,
sure.
sorry, mag.
Yep. That's okay. Hey, man. I learned from Bobby B. Let's see. At the same time, Darla and I started singing Ghost Operator to the tune of Smooth Operator. J Mac. Heinrich says, check your Valaverse figure arms. I got 2 left arms. Yeah. Dude, so let me tell you what happened. So Curtis can chime in on this too. So this leg, Heinrich, this leg right here, and it's still not the best, but I want you to see how loose that top knee joint is.
Loose.
It was way looser. Like it was like super floppy. And so immediately upon getting that, now the bottom joint is super tight, dude. Like the bottom joint, I might have glued it. I may have glued it. No, here it is. All right. So the bottom joint is super stiff, but that top knee joint, very loose. This one is not like that at all. It's perfect. And I immediately hit up Curtis and I was like, dude, what can I do? Like, I mean, fingernail polish, clear fingernail polish, what should I do? And he was like, dude, get you some Kiki's. Luckily, I have a customizer friend here in town.
Kiki's? What's that?
It's called Kiki's Joint Fix or Fix a Joint. And I think it's only sold from China. But there is a version that is sold on Amazon from America It's called. Curtis can tell me in the chat. It was called MPS or something like that. It's a little more expensive, but at least you can get it in a few days. It's like $17 for a little bottle like this.
Yeah.
But basically, it's kind of like Elmer's glue and water. Is basically
Okay.
what it is. And so I had to do that. A buddy of mine in town, Scott, let me borrow his, and so I put some in there, and I've just kind of been working it. You kind of have to do it 3 or 4 or 5 applications. One's not going to do it, but you put it in there, you let it dry, and then you go back and you crack it loose, and then you see if it's tightened. If not, the whole point is that the residue gets in there and dries and gives you a little bit more friction.
Nice.
So yeah, Heinrich, I didn't have the best quality on this, but I didn't ask for a replacement, but it's okay. We get 2 heads here. We get one. We get 2 different skin tones, which I love. I'm glad they did this. This is gorgeous. And we also get sort of like his half helmet. Well, I say half helmet. We get a full helmet. It just doesn't have any armor on the sides or ear pieces, but it does come with the articulated night goggles. So some of their goggles you actually they have an articulation point where you can move them up and down. Some of them you have to pull out, turn upside down, and plug back in, but these have the articulated versions. And then the other problem I had, I'm not complaining, was that you see this right here on the back. This is his suppressor, and the hole that the tip of the suppressor pokes out of was too tight, and I could barely get the suppressor out. I had to go in there and drill it out a little bit to where it was easier to get to where I could actually remove it from his belt and make it easier, because otherwise I had to get a pair of tweezers and get
Is
in
it
there.
paint, or is it just the mold that it's?
And then, yeah, and then the other problem that I had was when I put the suppressor. I'm really not complaining. These are nominal things. I fixed them myself. But
he's complaining a little bit.
You really shouldn't have to do a lot of fixing when you buy a figure.
No, I agree with you. I agree.
But the other problem was that once you put the suppressor in the end of the sidearm, my God, I thought I was going to break it off. Like this little tip, if you can see, I thought I was going to break that off into the gun. So I had to drill out the end of the gun just a little bit, just to make it a little more easy to fit in and remove. Look at that. Look at this flex. Here it comes. Look at this flex. The Vanguard.
Everyone needs a Vanguard. If you love Classified, if you love Valaverse, even Monster Force, these things are a lot of fun.
Just look at this. This is incredible. It looks
I love
great.
That figure. I almost got it because I love Firefly.
Yeah, but I mean, this could be like a stand-in for Firefly from Cobra,
Absolutely.
or it could be a stand-in for Shockwave from the Joes. But yeah, this guy is looking great. I'm loving it. Did anyone get the gold vac metal head? No.
No,
I
I
did
know.
not, buddy. But let me show you. I did get one. I'm gonna get the review up very soon. I got the silver head. But you know, honestly, the silver head looks great. It's kind of the one I wanted. The gold one looked incredible, and I would have loved getting a gold one, but you know, it just is what it is.
Bobby did mention that a couple guys, I think he said at least one did get one at the show.
It was like 1 in every 100, I think.
I think he said he made 100.
Oh, there were 100 gold vac metal heads?
Right.
Oh, I got you.
But I don't know how big that run is, so.
Curtis says the Amazon version is called MPS Fix Loose Joints. Yeah, I have a bottle coming. Blake says, is his eyes blue? Let's see here, Blake. They look blue to me. And then the other head, let's see. His eyes are kind of a grayish black color.
And I didn't pick one up because I thought that they would be on the their website, but they are not.
I need 4 of these to simulate a close quarters combat team. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, the holster is too tight. Need to warm it up. Grump says he loves the Vanguard.
Yes, Grumps. Which one did you get, Grumps?
Oh, he says he's got the gray one.
Oh, he's got the gray one.
Blake says I have the gray one too.
I wouldn't mind the gray one either.
Better stand in for Firefly since he is an urban trooper. Yep. Heinrich says he got the Ghost Operator and the Crimson guy. Ghost was perfect outside the holster. Yep. Both of mine were. And he got some of the Valaverse at Zolicon. They were both silver as well. Now, I'm really interested in the heads pack. All right. So, because I got this heads pack, and sorry, I've already pulled the snow head out and used that already. So I don't have that here. But I also don't have any. I only have a few Valaverse figures, and none of them are.
Shame on you.
Are the African American guy, and so this head here was kind of useless for me because I don't know his name. Somebody in the chat's going to tell me what his name is, but now Andy I do knows. Because since this guy is clothed head to toe. Now I can use this head, and that makes me super happy because look at that right there.
Yeah. I like that look in his face, too.
And it could also, I mean, the skin tone's a little darker, but you could say that this is also him, like with his mask on. Skin tone's a little darker. Doesn't actually match. But let's check out some of these other heads because, like, man, you could really go,
roll out
crazy with this.
Thanks, Andy.
Roll out. All right, so let's put on the battle damage Steel Brigade head from that heads pack, and that looks good.
Oh yeah,
that looks really good. I'm gonna get these names wrong, guys, because I don't know the names.
I know I'm still learning too. It's all right, man.
I know that this is one of the swarm. I know that, and I know this does not go on this guy, but you know what? This looks kind of dope. Could do that if you wanted. I mean,
yeah.
If you're in Valaverse,
battle damage?
I guess it doesn't make sense to do that, but this guy looks cool. I know he's supposed to be looking down the sights of a sniper rifle or something, but to me, it just looks like he's like winking at somebody or smirking. And I love that gives a little bit of character, Maybe he's like in a, he's like in an Axe commercial. Axe body spray. He's like, hey, you want to smell like me? That head's pretty dope. Cheeseburger Eddie. Terry Crews. Yeah. He does look like Terry Crews, doesn't he?
I saw Terry Crews one time at Disneyland, and he fully embraced his celebrity. Like, he walked down the middle of the main street and just strutted like, it's me. It's Terry Crews. And people loved him. They loved it. So that's awesome. I love how
I'll tell you my Terry Crews story.
Up.
My wife works in vet medicine, like animal medicine. And she goes to these conferences all the time. And one year they had Terry Crews as the speaker. The hat's not the same color, but that's pretty dope.
Yeah, that's so Trigger. I like that figure, Trigger.
So they had Terry Crews as the speaker, and so when my wife got out of the lesson, I picked her up and I was like, "How was the speech, the lecture with Terry Crews?" And she goes, "Good God!" I said, "Is he like a big advocate for pets or dogs, or like he does work for like shelters and stuff, like raises money? Like, what's the connection to animals?" She goes, "There was none." And I was like, "Well, what did he talk about?" And she said he talked about his porn addiction and how he broke out of it and was able to become a better man. And I'm like, "Are you kidding? Like, did he have puppies with him or anything?" She's like, "Nope, there was no connection whatsoever to any animals at all." And I'm like, "My God." She goes, "Yeah, know your audience." Yeah. And then look at this head right here. I mean, I know this is some version of a swarm, but dude, you could really put any one of these heads in there and it looks good. So that's why I was excited to do. I was excited to pop some of these heads on. So that's it, man. That's all there is for this guy.
So do you think you will ever buy your own? I mean, pick up more of the Valaverse line or?
Well, I have. So let me tell you. So again,
No.
a lot of like AWOC. Look at that. Let's see her. Let's check her out, dude. She
It's a
is
great
killing
figure,
it.
dude. Really nice. She's got a little knife in the back.
Ooh, I like that.
Got a gun. Just a
Now,
great
do we
figure.
know? Did he do something like where some of the proceeds of this figure went to breast cancer
I believe
research?
so. Yeah, I believe he did. I think it's
I mean,
awesome.
this guy right here is just tough. Look at
Yeah,
this.
they're well made figures.
They are.
They're
They
fun.
are. I never bought any on my own, but Steve Mank over at Articulated Empire sent me a couple for review, and that's when I kind of like I was like, oh, these are solid. Like I really like these.
They're fun.
Um,
They're good. They're well made.
they
Good
are
figures.
very well made. And so this Ghost Operator was one that I purchased on my own.
Mhm.
This heads pack I bought on my own. This weapons pack I bought on my own, and I bought this guy. Hang on, let me grab him. This has been a figure that just sits on my desk. This is Desert Condor,
Condor.
and
Yeah,
I love this guy.
it's a great
I
one.
love this so much. And I've got this weapons pack right here. This is weapons pack India, so you can see it comes with a lot of like heavy weapons and even a flamethrower. And he's got this automatic shotgun right here. So I love this. I play with this all the time. I did a pose video for it, and so yeah, I've made 2 Valaverse purchases so far on my own, and I'm digging them. And what I find is that I find that I like the army builders a little bit better than the named
Hmm.
characters. Because I
I
can
think
fit
I
them in
agree
with
with you.
Monster Force. I can fit them in with G.I. Joe if I want. They make great characters for like Marvel Legends or G.I. Joes to like shoot and dispatch like in photos, you know?
Brendan says, I'm really digging the Valaverse army figures. They really add to the Joe line. I like what Hasbro has done with Cobra, but having a number of new military figures is perfect. Yeah, because I think, like you said, like the non-named, they're good army builders. They're good, terrorists or bad guys or whatever. So,
Oh, William says these heads work on Monster Force also.
mm,
Gonna have to get my Monster Force figures down. They're right there. I got 2 of the
I did
Urban
not know that.
Troopers. I give all my Steel Brigade code name. I call her Valor. Nice. Yep,
Nice, man.
Curtis. Yeah. I'm actually going to get to see Steve at Toylanta. He's going to be setting up. I'm
Cool, man.
really.
Oh, speaking of, I wanted to talk about real quick. I'm
Yes, definitely.
getting-
Anybody who's into Valaverse or Monster Force, go check out Space Zombies from Mars on Kickstarter right now. Yep.
Absolutely.
Big Bad Toy Store also has them up. You could order from them, but the prices are a lot higher. So go to the Kickstarter and get those figures for cheaper, for sure. Yeah, definitely check that out.
I wanted to show off these figures real quick that I picked up at ZoloCon. I talked about them a little bit last week, I think, but I got these at ZoloCon.
Yeah.
These are the Marauders. I got the heads and the sticker on, and this is the Jack Burton figure. I don't know how the head. It's decent. It's a decent, but these figures are really they really move well. I know they're small. A lot of people are not into this scale, but and then I picked up this sniper version. This sniper girl here. She
Nice.
articulates really well. She's got a lot of parts that
I
you
like
can
that headgear.
yeah, I do too. It's like a Russian tank thing.
Yeah, that's dope.
It comes off. Everything is removable, swappable. You can get different guns, all kinds of accessories, but it's a fun line. I kind of discovered there at ZoloCon,
Mm-hmm.
and just I wouldn't mind trying to get Mike on here.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
an attack dog.
Absolutely. Yeah.
They've
that
got a
looks
bunch of
fun.
different dogs. And then the last one I'll show, I think I showed it last week with my haul, was the Snake Plissken with the I Love New
Yeah.
York
I love that.
on his shirt. But
Do you
real,
think that the stickers are better than them being tampoed on, or would you rather them be tampoed, or do you would prefer the stickers so that you can customize them and make them whoever you want?
I'm not really a customizer. I think Tampa would be better,
I thought the same.
but I don't know. They're just. I was really surprised at the articulation. It's something, especially with something so small. But just, I mean, he's got a knife that comes out of his boot. He's got a pistol that goes in the holsters. He's got, different packs that peg onto the belt. A lot of different things.
Blake wants to know what's the name of that company.
Marauders. I have their card.
Hey, Blake, if you've ever ordered from Marauders Gun Runners for G.I. Joe, it's the same company.
Same company.
Greg and I figured this out last week.
Here we
Jeff
go.
and Andy were helping us figure this out.
Here we go right here.
MarauderInc.com. Yeah. Gun Runner. Yeah, that's why I always think their company's called Marauder Gun Runners. Every time I see it with that subhead underneath it.
Yeah. I'm going to try and get them on the show. Super nice guys.
Yeah.
And these figures really, really blew me away. They've got a cool John Wick that I did not pick up.
We showed that in one of the pictures. The John Wick was there. And you also said that they had like a really cool line of like World War II German soldiers and stuff like that.
Soft goods and things. Really, I was really impressed.
Hey Curtis, real quick, whenever you say buying from BBTS also doesn't help the Kickstarter numbers move, I thought, from what I understood, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought that towards any time that there's like a Kickstarter and then the figures are up on Big Bag Toy Store at the same time, I think there's like a cutoff in which the BBTS numbers, like the company will contact BBTS and say, how many orders do you have in? And it's usually a few days before the Kickstarter ends, or maybe a week before the Kickstarter ends. And then they add all of the BBTS orders to Kickstarter, but it's towards the very end. I can't remember where I read and or heard that information, but they definitely do. It does help. It's not like Kickstarter. I don't think it's like Big Bad Toy Store is like, oh, we're going to pre-order some of these, and then if it funds, I know that that's what it says, like when you place the order. Oh, he said that they don't on this one. Oh, okay. All right. Anyway, the figures are like $10 cheaper on the Kickstarter. Go get them there for sure. They didn't want BPDS to fund it. Okay. All right. Well, thanks for letting us know. I just know that there's been a few times where I've heard that the orders they pull them and then they go and then they help get the thing funded. I think that's what happened with like Brutal Realm, I think. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, this one's different. Okay. All right, guys, we're about to double down. We've got a really cool topic. Can't wait to share it with you. We definitely wanted to take a break from Dragon news. Maybe everybody's getting kind of dragoned out. There's a lot of dragon going on. Heinrich says, sounds familiar. Again, I don't know where I heard that or read that, but I thought that to be true. But I don't want to spread stuff that's not true. So Curtis says this one's different. Yeah. Brutal Realm and Defenders of Eden both got a huge BBTS push. Greg, were you saying that your Defenders of Eden, you got an email or an update about them?
Not yet. No, it should be any day. He's kind of hand doing it himself, I believe. So hopefully I will get a email soon. I backed the Triceratops, the blue one, and then the blank buck.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah.
I can't wait for this. I did not back them on Kickstarter. I just didn't. And I should have, because they're incredible. But I'm going to be buying them. And they just look, the shelf presence alone, it's crazy. But anyway, I was talking with Greg this week about, hey, what do you want to do? And he's like, I'm kind of dragged out. Let's do something else. He had some really cool ideas. He threw them up, and I was like, this is fantastic. So why don't you introduce what we're going to be talking about today?
Okay. Well, I kind of was inspired a little bit. Sometimes I listen to Curtis. Curtis, he talks a lot. He's on a lot of shows and stuff, but he's always quick to give feedback, and he did give us positive feedback in that he likes our list shows. And so I think one of the first shows that he watched was like our best of 2024, I believe. So I said, you know what, let's do a list show, or let's do, double down with a list, maybe best of 2025 so far, which is basically stuff that we've got in hand, and just things that, we keep around us, things that on our desk or table or whatever or shelf that our eye always catches. And so yeah, and it's not ironclad. It doesn't have to be exactly 2025. It could be maybe you got it in 2024, open it in 2025, whatever. So I don't want.
I think all of mine are 2025 releases.
I think mine are too, but I don't want someone at me like, well, technically that came out in December 18th of 2024.
Yeah, I think I have.
I don't know, but
my number 5, I think people did start getting them in December, but I didn't get mine until about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago maybe. So yeah, it's a 2025 release for me. But yeah, you're right. I think it squeaked in there right at the end.
Right. So we're just doing 5.
We're doing 5. So I'm gonna start with my 5, and I'm gonna go to my 1.
Baby. What you got?
All right, you want to go first? It was your list, dude. You go first.
You sure?
Yeah, you go first.
So my number 5, I had to really look around. There's a lot of great figures that have been out. This one I've been waiting for ever since they announced this line, Jada Toys. I was waiting for my favorite Street Fighter character, and finally they did. Cammy.
Yeah.
Just a fun figure, and she is so posable and fun. Like you can do some crazy stuff with her. So number 5 is Cammy. Jada Toys.
Yeah, she is pretty awesome. Yeah. Hands down.
And I have the fig arts, and also really great figure, but for the price, $29, can't beat it. So that's my number 5.
Yeah. I'm gonna drop a link in the chat right here. This was my pose video that I did of Cammy when I got it, and she is so fun to play with and pose. Like,
yeah, I was shocked at how and she stays in these poses. Like she's just balanced really well that you can do some amazing poses without her falling over.
Let me tell you, this Jada Toy Street Fighter line is so fun, guys. Seriously. It made me collect the whole damn line, and I have no need for Street Fighter figures in my collection. Right. I love Street Fighter, don't get me wrong, but I don't. Curtis says, "Hey, be careful with that leg."
Right? Yeah, I'm being careful.
You ain't got to worry about it. This is Jada, man. That thing's gonna pose up.
Yeah, there's no heat in here. She was ready to go.
They are so good that I'm collecting them just because they're that damn fun to play with. Like, I don't need them. I do not need these in my collection, but they are fun. You go in Target.
I was trying to show the.
This is the OnlyFans version.
Yeah, I was trying to get her to show her the stand, but that didn't work. I just got a crotch shot instead. But
yeah, she's great.
She can do some stuff. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Thank you, Blake. This is just another way of me having fun with figures. We have a bounce house for the weekend just because it's a wet water slide bounce house, and my kids, after the show, my kids are going to be wanting me to fire that thing up.
That's awesome.
And I'm going to go out there, grab a figure, and just go take a whole bunch of shots while I'm sitting outside watching them. So I got to tell you, when you said this, I was on this. It's like so hard. I was like, this is fantastic. I got 5 right now. Like, this was the easiest 5 list I've ever put together.
Right.
Ever. I mean, I put this list together in my head, laying in bed. I was like, I know the 5. I know the order. Let's get it. All right. My number 5, and we're going to start out with a banger. We're starting with a banger, right? If this guy is this low on the list, come on now. Right here.
I forgot that one. Yeah, that's
Muff Toys, Protector of Metropolis.
Yeah.
All wired soft goods. Look at that. Likeness, metal glasses. Yeah. Dude, like, this figure is so fun. A bunch of us were going to review this figure, but time, commitments, busy, didn't get around to it. I haven't even reviewed this guy yet, but I'm going to fix that soon. I have to get this guy.
That's a top 10 of the year for sure. Top 5 probably.
It's gonna be around.
I don't think about that one.
That's okay, man. That's what this list is for, is to like shed a light on some stuff that we may have like not thought about.
Absolutely. Here's my number 4. Graciously, my buddy Brett opened his box and sold his I guess Brett had bought 8 boxes of the Graveyard And so I said, I just want the one with the pumpkin head. I don't care about any of the other. I don't need a bunch. So he opened this and sold me this one. And I've just been playing with it. I think I like the original color of the bone, like the Legion Builder 2. But this one's growing on me. But I just love the pumpkin head. Just makes the figure even funner. But yeah, this is my number 4 so far. And my only Legions. No, maybe one more. But yeah, this is a great figure.
I think you and I are going to have the same Legions on our list.
Yeah, this is the graveyard figure.
Now, I bought a set of those from Steve over at Articulated Empire. If you guys need to build your empire, head over to articulatedempire.com and build your empire today. I bought a set from Steve, and he's going to be at Toylanta, and I'm going to be picking them up, and I'm going to tell you why I bought these. I bought these 4 figures for one other figure that's coming up later, like probably in 26. I got these for the As a Spirit Bender version 2.
Oh.
So these are going to be like her little minions that she's raising up from the dead.
It's my favorite character.
I know. But yeah, I can't wait because yeah, they're just phenomenal. Yeah, I could have taken that $100 and bought another, Necro figure with it, but these are just dope. And I kind of feel, I don't know why I feel this way. I have no scientific, info to back this up, but I feel like this Graveyard 4-pack is going to go, and then it's going to be sold out. And I don't know how many they made. Maybe they made a lot, and maybe I'm wrong, but I kind of feel like this could go away, and it'd be hard to get these later on. But you get 4 for $25 each. That's
you can't beat
killer.
that.
Can't beat it. All right, my number 4 figure, which we have already seen a little bit of this episode, is the Vampirella from Frazetta Girls. She is gorgeous. I love Vampirella, and like she's got some of the best articulation. This figure. Have you taken her out and messed around with her?
Oh yes, for sure.
Okay, she is incredible. Watch this right here.
Careful.
Oh, living on
You're in
the
Florida
edge.
though, so
yeah, she's no broken legs here. But come on, man, this figure is insane. Look at that side view, boy.
Beans and rice didn't miss her.
Beans and rice didn't miss. Oh, nice, Vaz. So you gotta, yeah. Thank you. I'm glad you did, man. Because Steve is the best. He's fantastic.
He's a good shipper.
Oh my God, yeah.
So my number 3 is Vampirella.
Look at that. I knew you were gonna have some overlap.
Yeah, I thought Tigra was a really great figure, especially for Frazetta Icons being their second figure that they made, right? Second figure. And I thought that it was the same body, but it's not. It's a different body. Tigra's smaller than this one, but they just really look at the earrings.
Yeah.
The eye paint. The eye paint is so 70s, just Monsters Mag. It's just she's vampy.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Again, I think she's going to wind up in my top 10 of the year.
Just a great fan. The little mini diorama. I think more figures should do the dioramas. She comes with a lot of hands. She comes with heads. She comes with skulls.
Extra hair piece, so you can swap heads and hair.
Yeah,
you want to.
Switch the hair out.
Graveyard skeletons would work great with her.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. So yeah, this is a banger for sure. That's my number 3.
All right, my number 3. God, I love this guy so much. Chai tea, bro. Chai means tea. It's like saying TT. This is the SH Figure Arts. Oh, it's kicked up. SH Figure Arts. Prabhakar. So
I love the colors.
Indian Spider-Man. I mean, and look, that's not just paint, dude. Like that's sculpted. Like all of that detail is sculpted detail. Look at the back. And then his head is awesome. The detail on the head, but also we're going to pop this head off because he comes with like a very cool unmasked head that is just as dope.
Let me see that. Oh, nice.
Look at that. Straight
You
out
got
of
the Legends one too, right?
I do have the Legends, and he's fantastic. I don't have a problem with him. He's great, but this guy's got all the hands, all the features,
Mhm.
all the articulation.
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
crazy the poses you can get this guy in. This actually may be the figure I take out today and like take poses of because I've yet to do a review. Um, and everybody's always like, why have you not done a review? Well, honestly, I only do 2 reviews a week. Every Monday is a Mythic Legions figure, and every Wednesday is something else. And so I got to get around to it. I definitely got to get around to it.
You
That's
do.
my
You
number. That's my
should.
number 3.
Number 3. Okay. Now we're getting serious now.
Wait a minute. Wait.
I
What?
know we've got some real OGs
Wait
here.
a minute. Hang on. So Curtis says Mark has the edge at the moment. That's a first. Look at
It
Bill
is
in the.
first.
Bill, thank you for joining us, buddy. That's
Thank you,
good
Bill.
morning, Bill. Brick is in the chat today. Good morning, fam. Good morning, Brick. How's it going? Let's see. Thanks again, Greg, for the hookup. Uh-oh. What did you say,
Barbarian.
Bill? Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was greedy. I was hanging on to an extra one, and Bill had been looking for one, and I felt bad. So I'm like, Bill, I got you, buddy. And I knew Muskie Con was coming, and I was like, I'm trying to get one. Like Elijah wants one, and our buddy Blake wants one, and Bill needed one, and I'm like, I got one already. I'm just gonna send it to Bill. That way, I've got a little bit less pressure of trying to pick up these couple of barbarians for buddies. So I sent it to Bill.
Okay. Well, now I'm trying to look. Bill, have you done a Barbarian review yet?
I think he said he's working on it this weekend.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I got around to reviewing it. I had to. Like, it was. Well, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
We'll get to it. So my number 2,
See it.
my favorite Marvel character, also has a new show that premiered, season 3 of Daredevil. So this is just in love with this figure. I know Guesagoi, he just got one or just ordered one, but I don't even know what to say. It's just phenomenal. Just poses so good.
I forgot
Moves
to
like
I
butter.
forgot to highlight Guesaguay's comment earlier. I did see him in the chat. Good morning, sir.
Oh, is he here? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just silky. It just moves so good. And
Yeah.
I would love for them to do like a TV show version, but if not, I'm happy. Like this is just.
Yeah, he was on my top 10 figures of the year last year. He's up there. He beat out my Spider-Man, which was crazy. The Mayfix Spider-Man, classic red and blue Spider-Man.
Yeah,
That
see, I
Daredevil
don't
figure,
have that
that's
one.
probably
I
the
need
best
it.
Daredevil figure ever made.
Yes, I agree. I think I have them all. I was just looking at my Marvel Legends one. They have a new one.
Do you have the
that's
new
coming
one
out soon,
pre-ordered
I
from the
think.
new that just went up?
Yeah, I got 2. Yeah, but yeah, this figure is incredible. So that's my number 2.
Let's take a little break right here because Brick has a really good question. Bill and Mark, how long does it take you to film your reviews? How about editing? Props to both of you. I'm sitting on a hard drive of unedited unboxings. I don't know, dude. I can't speak for Bill. He probably takes a lot longer because he really takes a deep dive into the figure. He's going to go into the lore of the figure. He's going to go into like where this piece was used before and where this piece was used before, and that's what makes him the best. For me, I can tell you, it can take me probably about 30 to 45 minutes to record. I don't really edit out a lot of stuff. So in my videos, what you see is basically what I recorded. So if my review is 9 minutes, I probably recorded 10. If it's 12, I probably recorded 13 minutes. I edit it down just where I drop stuff or say something wrong or whatever. You don't remember a name and have to go back and look it up. And then it probably takes me probably 30 to 45 minutes to edit it, maybe an hour to put it together. And then I upload it. But yeah, I typically do them early in the mornings during the week before I start work. Just get up early and film them. That way, I don't have it's after I've taken my kids to school and before I start work. And that way there's not a lot of audio.
Yeah, I like yours though. They're very short and to the point, and they're easy. They're fun to watch, and they've enabled me many times to buy and Bill's have too, where I'm like, I'm not sure, and then I'll watch Bill's because Bill will do like a very analytical deep dive into the figure, and I don't know, like you guys, I just respect your reviews.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I go to Bill's reviews a lot, like if I want to know where all the parts and pieces came from. Like if I'm like, I know I've seen that before. And like why is this thing shorter than this other thing and
Bill's
whatever.
got that
I'll immediately go and look to
analytical
see if he's done
scientific
exactly.
mind that really gets technical, and it's awesome.
Yeah, I love it. It's so good. Rob, this is my number one want for 2025. I need Mafex to do a classic Punisher.
I don't know why they haven't done any.
100%.
They haven't done any Punishers, I don't believe.
No, not yet. But yeah, I want 100%. Brian Carr, my gosh, buddy, thank you so much. Super chat. Great show as always. Having an awesome time at MuskyCon in Toylanta, guys. I'll be at ToyCon, New Jersey at the end of April if anybody needs a barbarian. I'm going to be getting a couple of I'm going to be getting a couple of barbarians for people at Toylanta. I know I'm getting you a couple of ATL 25s.
If you can.
Of them. Yeah, I'll do what I can.
No pressure.
Bill says around 2 hours to set up, photograph, and record, and another 2 hours to edit, upload, and publish. Sometimes shorter, sometimes longer. Yep, sounds about right. Yeah, Curtis says mine take a couple of days, breaking apart, filming, putting it back together, edit, post, tag. Yeah. Again, I mean, he has to pull apart every single piece and then show you how each part fits back together. Yeah, absolutely.
Curtis does that exploded view, which is really cool too. I like seeing all the different pieces. He just did Bishop. I think he did Bishop, and he also did Conibus too, I think.
Yeah. I would imagine this is the part that probably takes the longest for Bill, the pop and swaps. I was going to say that's another thing that I love about Bill's review is that his reviews is that he always does the pop and swaps, which I started trying to do some of those with mine as well. But his are a lot I'll just pop on a different head and be like, look at this head on this body,
There you go.
Bill's like, let me go and pull this guy for his legs, this guy for his armor, this guy for the weapons, and then he puts together some stuff and trust me, Bill, I screenshot a lot of your pop and swaps and I'm like, I want to build that later. And I have a folder on my phone of pop and swap inspirations, and you have a bunch in there. Thanks, Brick. I appreciate that. Let's see here. Ooh, Mafex needs to make the Road Warrior. Okay.
With the car.
That seems like something that Ramen Toy would knock out of the park.
Oh, man. I know they're working on accessories for the Ramen Racer, which is right here. Where it's got an apocalyptical. It's got a thing over the windows and a grill.
It's got that scoop grill on the front with the spikes and stuff. Yeah, it looks pretty dope. All right, where are we? Are we at my number 2? That's my number 2, right?
Number 2.
All right. If this guy is at my number 2, you got to know, man, that there's got to be something even better coming for number 1. And it's hard to beat this. But my number 2 is going to be Sir Gideon Heavensbrand from Necro. This figure is a work of art.
Beautiful.
This is gorgeous. There is not anything about this figure that I don't like. This figure is
perfect.
A banger. It's perfection. And I knew last weekend you were like, I need to look online and see if I can find another head. And then immediately this week I saw somebody was like, selling a head, $15. I was going to send it to you.
Yeah, I bought it.
But you were already DM sent. I'm like, I knew Greg was on this.
Yes. I just love the head. I think it's so cool.
Yeah.
You could put it on any of the knights or anything. It's just a cool, manly.
I love this figure. It's probably going to be around
sculpt
at the end of the year. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he'll be back. We'll see him for sure.
That's my number 2, man.
My number 1, we both are probably going to go there, but yeah, it's the Barbarian.
That's your number 1?
My number 1, yeah.
My number 1, Barbarian, dude.
And I do have a honorable mention, but this. I when I heard it was Barbarian, I'm like, oh, that's right on. I mean, Conan is my thing, man. I love Conan the Barbarian, but
same.
I was like, okay, but then when I saw it, and then when I actually started to open it and check it out, I was just floored. So, and I'm not trying to I'm not trying to build hype for people that don't have it. I hope everyone gets 1 or 3 or 4
Yeah.
but it's just so much fun and so many options. It comes with like two heads, one head sculpt, three
Yeah.
hair pieces, a helmet. He comes with shackles,
Yeah, mine.
sword,
I keep the
axe.
chains on mine guy. My guy just broke out and he's ready to roll. I agree with Bill. This is far superior to this in every way. There's no doubt about it. Like, I mean, I almost feel guilty putting this guy over Sir Gideon. But here's the thing: like Sir Gideon is like you have the option of like the head or the head off. He's perfection. This is a museum piece, no doubt about it. This
Yeah.
is a gorgeous figure. Just for me personally, I love leaving this guy on my desk and I'll pop the heads off, the hair off. Like there's so many looks, like you can just change it up. Rarely does a mythic. I don't have the money to like go out and it's like a figure comes out like Elijah, who I love, Sir Elijah, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get 3 of him. You know, like I can't do that. But this is the only figure this year that I'm like, I need 2 or 3 of this guy
Yeah.
because I want all these different looks.
And
I
it's the
want to change up.
options for
Yeah.
sure.
He's so easy to like pop the armor off and the hair and change everything. You know, I was talking with you guys in the private chat yesterday about popping and swapping and how I hate that it's not as easy as it should be or as easy as I want it to be. Because I spent a lot of my time yesterday doing some pop and swaps with AWOC and my fingers were like chewed up and raw by the end of the night and just hurting, even though I was using hot water and sometimes a heat gun. But the parts on here are pretty easy. The hands are easy to come off. The head, the armor, it's all pretty easy to pop this stuff off and just come up with a new character. And the weapons, this is just my current favorite figure. And
It's
I
a
know
blast.
he doesn't
It's a
hold a
blast.
candle to Sir Gideon. I get it, but fun factor, hand candy like Bill talks about.
Yes.
I
Yes.
just like
all day.
I may take this guy out today and do poses, which
Yeah.
is funny because a lot of people like on TikTok are like, "Why are you posing Mythic Legions? They don't pose up." And I'm like, "You don't own any." I guess you don't own any. I'm sorry because they do pose. They pose very well. Yeah, no, it's not Mafex, but fun. Come on.
Can I do honorable mention real quick?
Of course, dude. I don't have any honorable mentions, so yeah.
We didn't really talk about it, but I just wanted to say this. And this, I bought this from Brian Carr. Dude. Mondo, Lino, if you're a Lino fan, it's the premium, the best Lino you're going to find. He's got articulating, even his little fingers move on his shield. Just the
shield,
details. Yeah. Just the details. The fur. He's got a little chin. Look at the little chin hair. Little chin scruff.
Dude, if Mondo made He-Man and Thundercats in 1/12 scale like their upcoming Real Ghostbusters, I'd be all over them and broke. I don't even think I would collect Origins because I'd be all over that. But I just can't get 6 scale the way Brian does. Good Lord, or Heinrich.
Yeah.
My God, they're every week it's like a new one's coming out. I have a local friend, Alberto. He buys every Mondo He-Man release and all of the cats and the Sky Sled. The Sky Sled's like this freaking big. Like I went to his house and saw it. It's insane. Yeah, that's gorgeous, dude.
Just the level of detail. Huge figure. Thank you, Brian. But yeah, that's it's speechless. It's beautiful.
Heinrich said, Anna said his wife said Sir Gideon looks like Tom Selleck.
Yeah, he's definitely got a Selleck thing. That mustache is.
Andy says his top 5 would be Joy Toy Warhammer, Zolocon Steel Brigade, and honorable mention are only those figures I got this year so far. Oh, my top 5 would all be Joy Toy, and yeah, I got you. Yeah, he loves his Joy Toy for sure, 100%. So does Blake, boy. If you watched that review, you saw or my interview with Blake. He loves Joy Toy.
What a
He's
collection.
all over it. My top 5 would be Barbarian number 1, Gideon number 2, Elijah and Ardaric, tied for 3, Vampirella 4, and Metropolis Protector and Kingdom Come Superman tied at 5. Hey, a lot of overlap there. Be careful what you wish for. Mark Mondo's making 1/12 scale 2000 X figures. He-Man will be shown at WonderCon next week. I'm all for it. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of that line, those character designs. I do like the figures that the Horseman did from that wave, especially Whiplash. That he was fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah. Heinrich says he doesn't collect 1/6 scale. I have 2 Hot Toys Boba Fett. Sorry, buddy. For some reason, I thought you collected them, but that's right. It's all Brian. It's all Brian. No, nothing beats the muff for me. I thought he was going to say nobody beats the muff like me. But hey, Curtis, the real question is, who came out on top on that list? Me or Greg? Got to know.
He answered already.
Oh, did he? I must have missed it. That
Yeah,
Rob
scroll
Zamora
down.
guy made it.
No, that Muff Toys protector just came out of nowhere and just knocked everybody's socks off. You see who the winner is?
And the winner is us, the viewers. Oh, I love it.
Thanks, Curtis.
I can't build the minis anymore, but needed Warhammer in my life. Those Joy Toy figures are phenomenal. And if you need
I
any,
need to get one.
just go to
I want the one with the motorcycle that you got. I need to get one of those.
I need to. I'm gonna help get you one.
Did you review the motorcycle?
I haven't reviewed any Joy Toy at all. I need to, man.
I'm waiting on you, buddy.
I know. I need to. Yeah. So with Mondays being Mythics and Fridays being Meet the Collector, of course, she's your little alarm clock. You know, Nova's like, okay, Dad, you guys have gone over.
Yeah.
It's time to leave.
She is.
Gideon's mustache is number 1, and the rest of the figures number 2. I agree with that. I agree.
Joe is biased on mustaches for sure.
I know he is. Dude, we did an hour and 30 minutes today. That's pretty fantastic.
I had a great time. I hope everyone did too.
I really hope everybody in the chat did. It sounds like they did. They did have a good time. I am going to be messaging Curtis afterwards to get the official winner because I need to know. Because typically, you know what? You beat me out.
We'll see. You beat me out. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Yours is pretty strong this time.
It's a good list. I mean, I knew them from the get-go. I was like, yeah.
I didn't break anything too, so we'll see.
Win, win, win.
Right.
All right. Well, thank you everybody in the chat. Thanks for everybody for joining, watching, commenting. Thanks for all the super chats. Love you guys so very much. Appreciate it. You know, those are never. Next time he's got a good idea.
Good one, Bill.
Mustaches. We should do that.
Also look for
and have Joe on to help present them.
Yes. Yep. My episode with Bill on New to Mythics is not this coming week, but I think the week after. So coming up about 2 weeks.
Very cool.
Mark won the individual. Okay, I accept that. I can be gracious. He definitely deserved it. He had some nice, solid, strong ones. I think my Cammy, it lost him on that one. He didn't get behind that one.
Well, so. I think had you remembered the Muff Toys Superman,
right,
Kent, you probably would have thrown it on there, and our list would have been like what we'd have had 4 out of 5 would have been the same. So
next time.
Great minds. Yeah,
I'll get with him next time. You know, and I'll clear my choices with Curtis. That way I can
send them in for review.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, hey, that's a really cool top 5 idea. Top 5 accessories.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Good show idea. Heinrich's got some good ideas too. Terrence and Heinrich, they both got great ideas.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in and joining us. Please be sure to go over to Greg's channel and check out New to Mythics Live, which will be next week. It'll be next Sunday, not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow. And then be sure to check us out with our AWOC show called The Tribe, which episode 2 will be coming out tomorrow at 11 a.m. And that'll be our new normal time. So it'll be every 2 weeks starting tomorrow. So we're going to leapfrog New to Mythics just in case somebody happens to be on both. We don't bump into one another.
Thank you, man.
For that. And be sure to check over at Saturday Morning Toy Collector for reviews. Have reviews go up every Monday and Wednesday. Mondays are always Mythic Mondays, so it's always something Mythic Legions related. Right now, it's going to be all Necro stuff right now as I work through that as they're all coming in. And then Wednesdays is free for all. It could be anything. And then Fridays is Meet the Collector. I am going to be getting the Blake review or interview back. I reviewed Blake. He has some great articulation. He's a really nice guy. But no, I'm going to be getting his interview back up after this show today. So check that out as well. And Greg and I